Good afternoon, good evening. It's Bruno here from Made You Look Media. And firstly, thanks for joining us. If you're anything like me, I'm sure you're glad to be getting 2021 out of the way. Looking forward to 2022. No, I don't mean that. 2021, it was good. It was good fun. Met some really cool contacts, some new people, learned a hell of a lot. And I just thought I'd take, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes just to go live here on Made You Look Media's Facebook and YouTube pages to give a bit of a prediction for what I think is going to happen in 2022. Call me crazy, the most unpredictable years that I've ever known, and I'm trying to predict them. But hey ho, I've broken my predictions down into four categories. Number one, society and culture. Number two, technology. Number three, media and advertising. And number four, the UK high street. What do I think is going to happen to these four sort of sectors, if you will? So without further ado, we'll get cracking on society and culture. Number one, I think businesses are going to adopt the power or utilize the power of the parasocial relationship. What's the parasocial relationship? It's where viewers or listeners come to consider media presenters, personalities as friends, despite having limited or perhaps even no interaction actually with them back and forth. We've known it with TV talk show hosts, people like celebrities, social media influencers. And it's as if, what have we got here? It's as if they're engaged in a reciprocal relationship. That's it. So one person broadcasts to many. It's a one-to-many approach. But the thousands, millions of people out there who actually sort of digest the content feel as if the presenter, the influencer is their friend. I think businesses are going to tap into this. We've seen it with streamers, people on Fortnite, FIFA, the games, that sort of thing. But I think businesses are going to more subtly influence us through being more of a personality rather than just a brand. This is massive for businesses. Instead of having British Airways or Boeing or Nike, we want to, us as consumers, us as the public, we want to know what's behind the brand, who's behind the brand, what are the people that make that brand tick, what does the brand stand for? And I think engaging in these parasocial relationships is really going to strengthen how we feel, how passionate we are about brands, because we'll be able to get passionate about the people behind it. So that's a shift that's been going on in society, cultural society, in sort of the gaming world, the education world, the entertainment world. But I really think businesses are going to utilize the power of a parasocial relationship. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Number two, what have we got? For technology, I predict that audio visual hardware and software, much like what I'm using at the moment, that's going to carry on innovating quickly, but nowhere near as fast as the adoption of hardware and software related to audio visual. I think sales of home cameras, home microphones, streaming software, video editing software. We've already seen things like Canva in 2021 go through the roof. So many people making their own content. And like I say, the hardware and software will keep innovating, but the adoption of that hardware and software will be unlike anything we've ever seen before, in my opinion. Why do I think this? To back this up, even in just the past couple of months, I've seen big household names, Fortune 500 companies, your Porsches, Gartners, KPMG, all producing thought leadership from a domestic setting, something I'd never seen before 2021, which means they've been producing it in their own homes. I saw it, I think it was the sales and marketing vice president for the US of Porsche. We saw inside their kitchen. I saw a Gartner, a thought piece where it's back and forth, people in their own homes. We saw their kitchens. We saw studios in people's in living rooms and bedrooms. That's going to be massive, I think, for big business. And why do I think that? I think flashy offices, this is just my opinion, but I don't think they're as impressive as they used to be. It used to be, the big corporate headquarters. That doesn't impress people anymore. Just like the flashy suits from the 80s, they're a bit cliche, they're a bit passé. People want content. They don't want flashy symbols of what success looks like. They want thought leadership, content, and to feel like they know the brands, they know the people within those brands. And I think technology will aid communication rather than threatening it. I know a few, I shouldn't say this, but they're older people. They say, oh, social media, technology, everyone's on their mobile phones. People have forgotten how to communicate. I want to rephrase that and predict that technology will help us to communicate. It will be different, it will look different, but it will aid communication between the public, the consumers, and these big brands and the people, crucially, the people behind and within the brand. Slide number 3, my predictions around media and advertising. I predict that direct marketing via content will rule over your traditional marketing vehicles like your fancy TV adverts, massive billboard advertising, perhaps the sponsorship of your favourite football team. And I think that the £1 million budgets will reinforce household name brands, but local content, the people within the brand, the UK sales director, the US marketing manager, the Portuguese or Spanish sales and marketing directors, their local content will influence the local markets to actually take action to engage with brands. It's the people behind it. And I predict in media advertising, sort of these old phrases, you don't necessarily see them so much now. I think they've been phased out, and I predict the end of phrases such as the UK's favourite, the UK's most loved, the UK's most popular. These are these old traditional marketing terms that you see on billboards, the UK's favourite car or the UK's most loved radio station. I think just saying things and telling people that you're good won't influence people in 2022. I think you'll only be as good as your last piece of content. People want regular, local, relevant content. Again, I'm hammering this home, made by the people behind the brands. They want the parasocial relationships with the people behind the brands. That's what I predict for media and advertising. And finally, the UK high street. Really was thinking about this one quite a lot because, I don't know about you, but I really care about the UK high street. And it's sad to see boarded up windows, closed shops, all around near me. I think the UK high street, I hope it will enjoy a resurgence in 2022, but I do think it'll be slightly different. The high street will be different from the high street that we've known in the past. I think we'll use the high street to access more local, smaller, boutique, owner managed shops and experiences, and we'll access the national, the household brands via the internet. And if we're not having the necessities delivered to the door, it'll be click and collect from an industrial warehouse, an industrial park further away from the high street. So I think visiting the high street is going to become more of an experience, something that we want to do, something that's a bit more fun, a bit more mooching, a slower pace, less of a rush to get everything that we need, because we're only having we're only getting the nice luxuries from the high street or experiences, getting your nails done, getting your hair done. And I think everything else, all the sort of the bare necessities that we need, will be facilitated by the internet. So good news in that I don't predict the death of the high street. I think it will enjoy a resurgence with more owner managed, experience based local shops. So thank you very much for joining me on these predictions. We'll look back in 12 months and I'll either look like a hero or an idiot. Don't answer that one. And all that I've got really left to say is have a very happy new year, and I hope you enjoy 2022. Thank you.